This is my yard on March 10th, 2016. I'm going to tell you what I have and tell you what I'm going to do. This is a crepe myrtle. This crepe myrtle is two trees. There is a Natchez and there's a Muskogee that are put together. So one's Muskogee is a lavender. That is actually the shorter one. And then the taller part is a Natchez, which is white. I didn't put it that way, but that's the way it came, and it works for me. Because those are the two that I have in my house, in my yard. As you can tell, my grass is Bermuda, and there are quite a few weeds in there right now. Bermuda grass goes dormant, so it will be coming back here soon. Around my mailbox, I put petunias, and I cannot remember the type of petunias I put, but they're bubble gum, and I'll put I'll put it in the description and above. Over the summer, this whole entire area will get covered in nothing but pink blooms. I'm gonna have to paint my mailbox because it's all chipped. Around the electrical box, I have pink muley, and it is a really pretty grass. I do live in the south, and the mosquitoes are already out. Anyway, in the fall, these plumes are pink. It's really pretty. I am going to be cutting these back very soon, like the next day or two. I'll cut them all the way down so that all the dead parts, these parts, will be gone, and the green will come out better. If you don't, they just kind of lay down and they don't look very good. None of this was here. The builders didn't put anything over here. I have the two holly trees, bushes that were in the front. I moved them over here, and this, I think it's a little green giant, I believe. I'll just bring you to the side right quick. Over here I have two camellias. I wasn't sure how well they would do on this side, but looks like they've done pretty well. And they have very fragrant white flowers. These are rhododendrons. They're encore rhododendrons. I'm going to keep these low, so I will trim them back. But right now they've already got their buds on them, so you can see they're getting ready to bloom. Encores bloom several times a year, so it's not like they'll bloom and go away. And these actually have a purple and a white flower. I can't remember what they're called, but I'll again put that up at the top. So these should be blooming actually pretty soon. Okay, these are I believe green giants, little green giants, and my dog pees on them. So you can see this is what happens when a dog pees on an evergreen tree like this, or bushes like this. So you have to be really careful of dogs. It was worse. It's kind of grown back. He hasn't done too bad over here, but I will trim these up too to make them more like a pear, well, thinner up at the top. These are Mardi Gras, and I need to get them all shaped up. They're kind of looking scraggly right now, but I have two of them. There's one over there. These are just a small holly. They will always stay low. I need to kind of trim them up a little bit, but my goal is to keep them underneath the window. that is where I just put annuals. Those had mums in them, so I need to pull that out. There's another one of those. You can see it's got bugs all over it. Everything's coming alive. Alright, over here we have, I can't pronounce this. I'll put this up on the thing to up top. These are golden rondus and I can't say it. Anyway, I'm not a fan. They get scale really bad. That one looks pretty good. They're cheap. They're fast growing, and so builders, and they're pretty. They have good color. So builders like to put them in. These were actually in the front of my house. And instead of getting rid of them when I was doing my landscaping, I just put them on the side so that there was some color over here. And they do well over here. The biggest problem with them is they get scale. So like half of this bush I had to cut out because it got scale really, really bad. So as long as you can keep up on the scale, it does well. But once they get scale, it will spread and your plant will die. This is a Pinky Winky. I actually have 2 of these in my backyard. I just love it. I think it's pretty. I do need to cut it back some. This is what it looks like when it does back. They're very pretty. It gets pretty tall. I can't wait till that blooms out. This area, I have a bunch of petunias. I love petunias. I love petunias and hostas. Not hostas, hydrangeas. I like hostas too, but I don't have enough shade. Hydrangeas, petunias, daylilies. You'll see my yard has a lot of these. But this is dead petunias. I need to clean this area up. The whole area will have just nothing but petunias. I have a shepherd's hook where I hang a hanging basket of petunias, and it does drop seed, so I get a mixture. Right here we have a birch tree. This tree I love. I got it from Costco's and it's doing really well. I will tell you that birch trees love water. So I do have a drainage problem in my yard. So the water comes through here and into here. So it does get quite a bit of water. But if you notice that your birch tree is starting to turn yellow, you need to start watering it more, because that is a sign that it is not getting enough water. I thought I killed it, but found out that it was just I needed water. Alright, this natural area right here has roses. These are knockout roses right here. You can see where I've started pruning everything back. I've got 3 knockout roses. 2 on the outside are pink and the one in the middle is yellow. Deer liked them last year. I had a deer problem. So I read that they don't like these roses, but well, the deer around here did. I also have a lot of daylilies. You will see the daylilies go all through my yard, and I cannot wait. I just planted them last year, so I can't wait until they come all bloomed up. Over here I have hibiscus. Of course, they haven't come up yet. I cut them down at the end of the spring. I have another one over there on the other side of the tree. These are hardy hibiscus. Hardy hibiscus will bloom and all spring and summer and die back, but they will come back in the winter. They'll come back in the spring, as long as you get the hardy ones. And I am I'm on the border of North and South Carolina near Charlotte. So our weather here is pretty tame. I don't know what it would be up in the northern areas. This little tree right here, I got for $1 at Lowe's, and it has done very, very well. Not bad for $1. And this tree is 3 years old. So it was teeny tiny when I got it. Okay, over here, golly, look at all the bugs. There is just wild honeysuckle growing all in here. And at one point I was going to cut it out, but I kind of like it. It smells really, really good. These bushes right here I did not plant. I don't know who planted them. It looks obvious that they were put here on purpose. There are four. There are 4. Actually, I think there's one over there underneath all that honeysuckle. Japanese privet. And it's a really good privacy barrier between me and the houses behind me. The houses behind me aren't in my neighborhood. There's actually a road that comes into my neighborhood, and I don't know if you can see the houses through there, but this kind of gives me a privacy fence, a natural privacy fence, which I really, really like. There's my other hibiscus. Alright, the tree right here is a Natchez crepe myrtle. It is absolutely beautiful. It's just white flowers, little white flowers. It looks like it snows in here. I have my little bird section. Let's see, down there, of course, is where all the seed drops, and I was going to like spray it, get rid of it, but the seed is just going to continue to drop, so I'm just going to leave it. As I walk through the yard, you'll see these little things. I've got some that are on stakes too. They are to keep the deer away. And hey, there's a truck. Garbage truck. It's supposed to keep squirrel away, so I put it right here by the bird feeder to keep the squirrels away. And this morning I looked out and there was a squirrel eating right beside it, so I don't think it'll keep the squirrels away. Either that or that squirrel was just really, really hungry. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. Alright, this right here is tea olive bush or shrub. It has little teeny white flowers. I've been pruning them back. There were some white flowers on it. The smell is really, really good. It's very fragrant. They are evergreen. They get pretty tall. I've got 3 of them to help with the privacy section back here. This is a privet. I have 5 of them along here to kind of help with this. This is variegated. I didn't know what this bush was, or I didn't know it was a Japanese privet, or I would have matched it, but that's okay. I might put on the back end of this berm, I might put that at some time. This is just a junk. I can't get down there. I can't really do anything. There is a thing of straw down there, pine straw, because I have yellow jackets that made a home right under here. And as we were putting it out, we found it and kind of left that down there and said, forget it, we're not going back down. I have 4, this bush right here, or tree, 4 rows of Sharon. There is a rose of Sharon right there, but it is a lot smaller because it does not get a lot of sun. But the birds like it there, so I leave it. When I planted these 3 years ago, they were just little sticks. They actually came from my mom and dad's property in the mountains. They just took offshoots from the ones that they have growing and just gave them to me, and I didn't know what colors they were. I didn't know anything. I just stuck them in the ground, literally just stuck it in the ground, and 3 years later, this is what they look like. When I stuck them in the ground, I didn't know what colors they were, so they aren't in the order I'd like them, but you get it for free. You just do what you can. But they are purple and white, and I can't wait till they bloom. The butterflies and the hummingbirds love them. And you can see I have quite a few daylilies, and I gotta clean up my mess. Right here I have a limelight hydrangea. I'm going to cut it. I just chopped it, literally just chopped it. I'm going to clean it up and prune it a little bit better to give it some, get the inside a little breathing area, and hopefully it'll bloom better. This is 2 years old, and last year it did not bloom because the deer got to it and ate off all the blooms. So once they were gone, it did not have a chance. So this year I'm going to spray for the deer. I've tried everything. I tried all the home remedies. I tried the soap, dog poop, hair, dryer sheets. I did all of that, and lights. And it seems like liquid fence is what keeps them out for me. So I've already got some of this. Okay, this is Loropetalum. I'll show you the flowers that are on it. They're little pink flowers, and they're really, really pretty. They bloom a couple of times a year. They've grown pretty good. It's really funny that they grew faster or bigger up here where they don't get as much water. And there's plenty of sun down there and more water. So you would think that those would have gotten bigger. You can put these in a formal hedge, but I'm not. I'm going to let them just be. I want them to grow together, and I don't really like a formal look on a hedge as much in this backyard. So I just did it to kind of get a privacy area between my house and theirs, because our porches, we can see each other, and I know they don't want to look at me. So we're just going to try, and someday it'll be big enough. Alright, these are crepe myrtles. I have 3 of them that are Muskogee. So the white one was a Natchez. This is a Muskogee, and it's lavender. And I do have 3 of them. These are 3 years old in this property, but when I bought them pretty big. So they've gotten established, and this year you can see the blooms on them from last season. So this year they should look really, really pretty. And again, I have my daylilies. I do have a drainage problem. So in this area I dug a hole, filled it with rocks, and then did a trench. You can see where it's darker. And I just trenched it and snaked it around, and it goes out that area. So this right here is another one of those deer thing. That's from last season, so I know that's not working. This is actually a way that I get the drainage, the water goes out that way, and also it's how I get my lawnmower out from the backyard. You can see this tube that's running through. It runs all the way around the natural area, runs around the trees and everything, and around the bushes. It's my drip line, and I did put that in myself. The front yard has a sprinkler system, but the backyard does not. So to make sure that I had all my plants watered, I just went ahead and put that in. It's very simple to put in yourself. Very, very simple. Okay, this right here, I'm going to need y'all's help with. This is PG paniculata. I want it to be a tree. When I bought it, it was not a tree form, but I've gotten it to be this much. But I want it to look really good on this wall because it'll be just white flowers. Probably when I'm 100, but at some point. And last year it did not bloom at all. I'm not sure why. I don't think the deer got it like the deer got everything else, but I did not notice where the deer got it. I do know that I need to prune it up some more, get some of this. I just literally just chopped it back. You can see all the branches all over all the ground. I'm going to cut out that front trunk because it's kind of wrapping funny. So I'm going to cut that out. But other than that, I don't know why it did not bloom. It gets plenty of water. As you can see, the drip system is there. It gets plenty of sun. It was all green, but no blooms. I don't know. But if you could help me with, just leave comments down below. Tell me how I could make this more into a tree instead of a bush. And kind of give me some hints on why you don't think it, or why it didn't bloom, because I seriously, I have no idea. These are the tea olive bushes. I've put them around the air conditioning unit to just kind of to shade it. It's doing really well. These bushes grew really fast. Two of them have, the two on the right have the drainage, the drip system. This little one over here, it doesn't. So I'm going to have to add a piece to it because I think that's why it's so small. It hasn't gotten as much water. Alright, for those of you who have dogs, this is what happens when your dog pees on your air conditioner unit. That is bad. So it could cause problems. So I'm going to have to put some kind of plastic piece around the bottom to keep him from doing that, because he is going to cost me a whole lot of money. Right now it's not too bad. I asked the technician if it was bad yet. He said no, but I need to get him to stop doing that. You just want to make sure it helps to keep your unit cool, to shade it, and it doesn't work as hard in the summer. And like I said, I live in the south, so it gets hot. You just want to make sure that you leave space for the air to flow around it. So I'm kind of trimming these up. I don't need them tall, I just need them bushy, so I've cut them from the top. But I need to clean everything up. Once fall hit, I just stopped messing. Alright, I have daylilies in here and another Pinky Winky. Here's my Pinky Winky. This one I actually got online. The other one I bought at Lowe's. Oh, and my air conditioner just turned on. The one at Lowe's was bigger and cheaper than the one that I got at online. So there you go. I didn't know. I got that one first. Didn't know how, you know, I couldn't find them. I just needed to be patient. And they showed up at Lowe's and they had a bunch of them, and they were a lot cheaper. I think that one was $40 and the ones at Lowe's were like $11 and bigger. So anyway, so I have two of them. I think they're beautiful. I have daylilies in here, and this is the Bermuda grass that got away from me. So I need to pull all that up. Bermuda grass is a weed, and it does go wherever it wants. I have a bunch of potted plants that in the spring and summer look beautiful. Of course, right now it looks horrible. So I'll clean all this up and replant my flowers and clean up all this mess over here, get rid of the dead stuff, put the pots back where they belong, put the umbrella out, and it will be wonderful. In the middle of my yard, you will see there are two humps. There used to be red maple trees, in my yard. The builder wanted to have a row all the way around. Everybody had 2 maple trees in a line. Okay, good idea, but it just messed up my yard. So back in the fall, I cut them down, and now you can see the other one. And now I need to kind of level this out and let the grass grow over it so that I won't have these. It just messed up my whole yard, the look of the yard, and it's harder to mow around. I usually have my fire pit over there. So I had the tree and the bench and the fire pit, and it looked all good, but that's kind of messed up now, so I don't know what we're gonna do. Anyway, this is my yard, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like in the spring as things start growing. I do need to prune the crepe myrtles and the hibiscus, not the hibiscus, the hydrangeas, and clean some things up to prepare for the spring. But I wanted y'all to see what it looks like now, and then I will give you an update of what it looks like in the spring. So please, if you have any hints or comments, please leave them below. I've done this all myself. I know nothing except for what I find on YouTube and Google. So please, I look forward to the help and all the information that you can give me. And if you have any questions or comments on why I put something somewhere, or why did I put something somewhere, please let me know. I will see you in the spring.